Hey everyone. I hope you can hear me and see me all right. I don't know. I've been playing around with the controls here. But hopefully, how is everyone? Hello everyone. Yang, I've started it. I can see your messages. I've started it now. Look, hello everyone. It's so nice to see you guys. Honestly, how have you all been doing? How has this week been for you? Today's session, we are talking about, how to know what are the healing signs, or what are the signs of healing from narcissistic abuse. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. I hope everyone's okay. Hello, Midnight Blue. Nice to see you. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you, Yang. I'm glad everything's okay. Jonathan, hello. Brandon, amazing. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Hey, Lynn. P48, hello. Stephen, hosting. Yeah, where is everyone from? Well, we got the London crowd. We got the London crew with us today. Do you know what? Midnight Blue, thank you so much for asking. I don't know what the hell has been going on with me over the last few days. Like, I have been so drained, so tired. I think it's because I've been kind of working, and I know this is not a good advert. I know. I've been working literally, I think 5 to 7 days solid. So, I've got a trip coming up. I've got a holiday coming up. So I am so looking forward to that. But I know I need to take it easy. I know. Because literally but right now I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I'm really looking forward to speaking with you guys. So yeah, that's how I'm doing today. How is everyone else? That's the honest truth. That's what's going on. Brandon's here from Florida. Hello, I bet it's so beautiful and warm there, not like here. Thomas from Germany. Milwaukee, hello, Bob. Virginia, Patricia, I bet it's lovely there too. And New Zealand, gosh. Well, the PPK7, it must actually be so early in the morning. What time is it over in New Zealand? We got Petra from Malaga in Spain. Oh my God. Do you want to swap places? Because it's so cold here. We got Austin. We got Texas in the house. Yay for the UK. We got Scotland. Oh, so it must be, yes, it's cold I know it's cold in Aberdeen. I've never been to Aberdeen, but I know that is so north. I've been to Edinburgh, but not to Aberdeen. I bet it's freezing there. Oh, California. I haven't been to California for years, literally years. So beautiful there. Liz from Costa Rica. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I thought it was a lot later than that. We got Sammy from Algeria. We got Lebanon, Nazek. Hello. God, so we've got literally the whole world here. This is amazing. Okay, probably not the whole, but it's so many of you from around the world. We've got Tennessee as well. That's somewhere that I really would like to go as well. We got Malaysia and it's 5 a.m. Well, thank you so much for watching. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys, if you are on this live and you are enjoying it, please do press the like button. You don't have to be on the chat. It's absolutely fine. But if you can just like it, because you know what it does. I'll tell you what it does, guys. And for those of you that are here kind of more often, you know that it really helps to get the algorithm. It really helps to get this information out there. So yeah, it might help other people who are going through this. This is going to be more of I would say a therapeutic one. It's going to be more of a workshop today, so to speak. I will be answering, any of your questions, so do get them into the live chat. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you being here. If you're not on the live chat, that's absolutely fine. I'm still grateful for you being here and spending this time with all of us here. Please know that we are one big family. We are all at different stages of this healing journey. But what I do want you to know is that, you know, wherever you are in this, you will get through it, okay? It doesn't mean that you stay stuck in this one place, you know. Life is fluid. Things are always moving forward and things are always changing in life. So please know that you will get through this. And look, you are investing in yourselves from being here, because what you're doing is you're investing in yourself. This is your time for you to connect, to learn, to move forward. So I'm really grateful for you here. Thank you also for the hearts. I can see them. Thank you. We've got Romania in the house. We've got Alan. Amazing. Jonathan, 2 months no contact so far. This is it, Jonathan. You've got it. That's what you have to keep doing, is just keep on at the no contact, because this is literally a lifesaver. No contact. Oh, wow, Liz. So it's 3 p.m. and summer is starting. I'm on the wrong side of the world. I think I should have, I love the sun, guys. I really do. I love summer. 11 more likes we've got. Nazik says, yesterday I did something crazy. I fooled my ex-narc. How did you do that? That I'm in a relationship. He got crazy after 1 year, no contact. I got my own back. Yes. But just continue to be no contact. Okay. Hello, Scatty from Texas. Yes, there is some new names, new faces. You know what I mean? Obviously, I can't see you, but new names, new people here. So welcome all of you. Matthew from Oxford. Oh my God, I love Oxford. So beautiful there. Looks like Harry Potter world. It is beautiful though. It is beautiful. So thank you to all the new people that are here. Oh, Alan Costin, thank you so much. Thank you. You're so welcome. Yes, Liz says, I want to contact so badly, if though it's hard to heal, to move on without closure. She left a month ago. This is it, my friends. The closure is one of the hardest things. Yes, I understand that you guys are wanting answers and you're wanting to understand what's happened. But the thing is, you've got to make your own closure. And we're going to talk about this. All right. We will talk about this. I've done a lot of lives talking about this, but don't worry, we will cover this. It will be fine. Hello, Baba from Pakistan. Oh my goodness. Thank you. That's so far away from me. Yes, Jonathan, I'm in London. The one and only, of course. Yes, guys, please hit the like button. Let's start. Let's start this. Let's get the show on the road. Hello, M. Singh. Hello. And Dennis. Hello. I was just waiting for my tea to cool down. Yang, how many likes are we up to now? Is it safe to start? This seems a bit weird. I'm not saying much. Liz says, it's been 3 years since I broke up with my narc ex and 2.5 years of no contact. He recently sent me an email apologizing for all the damage caused. Wow. Wow, Liz. Well, okay, that's fine. I'm glad that he apologized to you, but just, I hope you could, leave it at that. Okay, I probably wouldn't. I was brilliant that he did that, but you know what? It sounds to me like there might be another agenda. So just be aware. Why are they apologizing? Narcissists don't usually apologize. Daniel says, once you figure out the narcissist doesn't care about you, it's easier to move forward. Yeah, those people don't care. They don't care. 50 likes and nice people watching. Guys, come on. Please press the like button. I would be really grateful. I'm going to start. I am actually going to start the live. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. So guys, I know that this is one of those subjects that is going to be very different. It's going to look very different for everybody. And, it's really hard when, this is one of those things that unless you have been through it, or someone that has been through it, that you've got someone that can kind of guide you or can help you, which is why I always advocate that it's really important to talk with professionals or people that understand, what this is, so that they can help you to move forward. I think a lot of the times I've always said that educating yourself about narcissistic abuse or toxic individuals, or also just like understanding what emotional abuse is, okay? Maybe this person hasn't been diagnosed, and okay, I understand that when someone has a label, it's easier for you then to be able to exactly that, make your own closure, be able to understand what has happened. But in a lot of cases, we don't get closure. We don't get that understanding of why someone was like that. And this is what you're dealing with. Someone who doesn't, not that they don't have a clue, they just don't have the bandwidth, or they don't have the awareness to be able to explain to you that actually they are like this. And a lot of people don't. I've got to say that a lot of people are not aware. Okay. And when they are, well, they're not like this, are they? So a lot of people that are quite toxic aren't aware of how it is making somebody else feel, added to the fact that they also don't have empathy. So when someone doesn't have empathy, they can't put themselves in your shoes. So they don't really understand. They don't have the bandwidth. Everything is very much focused and centered on them. So this really calls into question you. It's about how you understand you, how you navigate this journey. And of course, you don't have to do this alone. Obviously, this is why I do these lives with Yang, because we want to help you guys. We understand. We want to help you move forward from this, which is why, we try to make them fun. We try and make it, so it is inviting, so that, healing doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be boring. Understand that you are in a community with people, who get it, who have your best interests at heart, and also other people who understand as well. Because in this community, we're at different stages of this healing. We have all been through it, so we understand. We get it. This information, unfortunately, resonates with someone who actually has been through it. So you're not going to meet anyone here who hasn't or doesn't understand. So healing, you don't have to do it alone, okay? There's many resources. Even on YouTube, there's many resources. There are other channels talking about narcissistic abuse. And there's different perspectives as well. And this is the other thing. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but there are people on YouTube or on social media, who give out really accurate, really good advice, but then there's others who really don't. So you have to kind of decipher, which information or what works best for you. But I would say to you, it's what resonates with you as well. It's information that feels right. Okay. So that's really what you have to look out for, is whether this person is resonating with you. And if you trust your intuition, you're connected to yourself, you're not going to go wrong. Okay. It might feel like, oh my God, how am I going to know? Is this person bad, or is this not good, or whatever? But always trust your intuition. There is a lot, of course, over the last few years, this subject has grown in popularity, it's exploded all over social media. So again, use your discernment, my friends. Use your discernment. If someone resonates with you, then go for it. Like, and you can swap and change. You know, maybe this person might not be right for you, like at a later stage or now. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you have to kind of like use your intuition. Okay, use your gut feeling. Go with your gut feeling always, always, always. This is why I always say connection to self is very, very important. So yeah, so and you know, you're stumbling through the dark in all of this most of the time, and it can be quite an isolating experience as well. You might feel like, you know, thank you. Oh, Oxford, hello, my dear. Hi, thank you so much. Irritable as I process decades of lack of control. My dear, do you know what? It's okay. And irritable is an emotion, and you will go through it. And it's fine and it's acceptable. But please understand that, you know, you're processing, you are working through it. And that's the most important. You're not suppressing or you're trying to just live, survive. You know, what you're doing is you're processing it. And it isn't an easy task. It isn't easy. But it's not impossible, and you will move forward to the next stage, the next level. And you see, what's wonderful about you, Oxford, is that you're doing the work. You're constantly always doing the work. And I think that is what is important. And you owe yourself a massive round of applause, because I know that this journey isn't easy. It really takes a lot from you emotionally, from everybody, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. You know, so it's not an easy process. And the thing is, you're only going to have to go through this if you are aware that that person that you are around is toxic or they're narcissistic. And so you kind of, you know, this is what I mean. It could be quite isolated. You might be thinking, oh, you know, like, I don't know anyone else who's going through this. I don't necessarily know anyone in my immediate circle or my friends. They don't really understand. Sometimes, you know, your friends might try to give you advice. They might, you know, look, they've got your best interests at heart and they want to help you. But it's like what I was saying before. If they haven't been through it, if they don't know what it's like, then they're not going to know. They're not going to know, because this abuse, what has happened, your experience is very insidious, okay? So it's not going to be obvious to the naked eye, but unless that person has been through it, that's how they're going to know. And so that's what I mean. This experience can be very isolating, but it is not impossible to heal from it. And yes, you're right, P48. They create PTSD. They do create PTSD, and PTSD can be something that is ongoing, that you keep re-experiencing over and over again. And it does interrupt your life. It really does. But the thing is with CPTSD or PTSD, you know, this is about understanding. There's stages to this journey, all right? The first stage is actually understanding what it is that you're dealing with, what it is that you have experienced. Okay, so it's important for you to understand, to read, get knowledge. Knowledge is power. Educate yourselves on what has been going on, what has happened, what does this feel like. And this is the first stage of building that awareness within you, because that is the most important thing, is to build awareness. You have to be aware of what is around you, because if you're going to stay half asleep, you're going to feel desensitized. And that is the thing. When you are desensitized, this is what keeps the PTSD going, because you don't want to feel. It's a protective measure. So you desensitize yourself, you detach from what's going on around you, and you just kind of survive in this world. And that's not what you are here for. You're here to live, not just survive or get through something. So it's really important for you to educate yourselves on what this is. Understand what PTSD or CPTSD is, because it's important for you to for you to actually know what it is that you're experiencing, why you are being triggered, why you are having flashbacks and or nightmares. You know, it can be very scary to experience a nightmare or a flashback of something that has been so traumatic, so awful for you. You know, it's this is important for you to understand this. And if you are, thank you so much, Bob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anushka, why am I feeling, and thank you, M, saying, why am I still feeling her negative energy when I first wake up after 4 years no contact? Is this the energy of quantum physics? Will this pass? Bob, yes. I'm saying I will answer your question in a moment, but thank you so much. Thank you. So Bob, what is going on for you? Yeah, it's quantum physics. You are feeling the energetic bond to this person. I would probably say that she's still got a really strong hold over you, meaning that you're still in her thoughts. She's still thinking about you. She's still probably sending out negative energy to you. You know, there's this energetic bond that you kind of connect with others, especially the narcissist. Look, guys, everybody that you meet, whether it's friends, colleagues at work, you develop a connection to them, an energetic connection to that person. It's what bonds you. It's what connects you to others around you. But someone who you have been in a relationship with, that bond is a lot stronger. That energetic bond is a lot stronger. And especially also if you have had intercourse with that person as well, that strengthens it. That's like literally cements it. But with a narcissist, it super glues you together. Yes, my friends, it super glues you together. But nevertheless, guys, you can move through this. You can break it. So Bob, what I would say to you is you have to consistently and consciously break this bond. It's almost as though you have to imagine it in your head, just letting it go. Wherever you feel her around your body, there might be a particular area that you do. You need to keep cutting cords. I don't know if anybody else feels this. If you do, please put it in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you, because this is something that actually a lot of people don't actually talk about, but it's one of those things that you do actually feel. And yeah, it does get strengthened. And the thing is, it's been 4 years, so it's been like quite a long time as well. But nevertheless, you have to do something consciously about it. Otherwise, she's gonna keep coming back for you. And that's the thing, my friends. You see, you have to try really hard, my friends, to not contact this person for these reasons. You don't see the energy, but you feel it. Okay. And this is what is happening here. Bob, you're feeling her energy. You're feeling her still thinking about you. And you are also thinking about her. Also, at first, when you wake up, it's also, you've just come out of sleep, out of REM sleep. Maybe you've had a restful sleep. So this, you've been in contact with your subconscious mind as well. So this is where your conscious mind is now waking up, for the day. And so it's interesting that actually you are feeling her negative energy when you first wake up. So I would say to you that this is something that is happening subconsciously. However, you are now remembering it in the conscious waking state, Bob. But what I would say to you is constantly and repetitively, you need to do this ongoing, just to kind of cut those energetic cords. Because I know like a lot of you probably are experiencing this as well. It is a thing, my friends, it is a thing, but it's not impossible to cut. Honestly, promise you guys, it's not impossible. Hope that answers your question, Bob. Okay, I'm saying thank you. I feel like I'm struggling as I no longer want to be in a relationship. Before I met him, all I wanted to do was to find love. Will I ever move on? I wonder. Singh, my friend, you will move forward. You will. But these things, oh God, I hate saying this because it is such a cliche. Yeah, it takes time, but it's not impossible. This is a journey about self. This isn't about, look, you've got to understand, my friends, that this isn't just, getting over a relationship. You're not just getting over a person. What you're doing is this is a whole life overhaul. Like, you're not the same person you were when you first met this person. You're not the person when you left this relationship, for God, no, you're not, are you? God knows that you're not. So what I'm trying to say is you have evolved. You have become, someone completely different. And of course, all you wanted to do was to find love, to feel love. But what this is about you have to go within, not outwardly. You have to go within in this case, because this is about actually finding the love within. Sorry to say it like this, but I don't know how any other way to say it. Look, we come onto this earth, onto this plane alone, but we also leave alone. So whoever we meet, whatever experiences we have in the interim, that is what kind of shapes us as people. But we've always got ourselves. It's always us. We're always going to be with us. So if we're not respecting ourselves, if we're not living up to our own values, we don't need to be comparing ourselves to anybody, because there's no competition with anybody. The competition is with ourselves. So this is about, living up to our own values, our own standards. Are we really protecting and sticking up for ourselves? Because that is the love, that is the respect that you show yourself. And that is then reflected outwardly. Okay. What you have to do is teach people how you want to be treated. If someone's not treating you right, well, that shows that person has no morals or no values, because if they can't treat someone else right, they're not treating themselves right. So do you really want people like that around you? And a lot of people don't get this concept, out there. A lot of people don't. They don't understand that actually it's about the self first, because whatever you feel, the way that you treat yourself is reflected outwardly. So that's how those people are going to interpret you and treat you. So it's really important that you will find love, Singh. I promise you, you will. We can put a bet on it. But first of all, you have to develop that inner strength, that confidence, that self-worth first. First, it's you, okay? Because what you have to do is you have to show people how you want to be treated. And, like making connections with other people. Well, you can and you will. But remember, it's about the type of people that you have around you. Look, if you really wanted to, you could be in a relationship this time next month with anybody and anybody, right? But you're not looking for everybody and anybody. You're looking for someone specific, someone who's going to be able to treat you right as well. So finding that person, you have to find that within yourself first. And then this will be mirrored outwardly. And also, guys, visualization, manifestation works. Believe me, my friends, I wouldn't, honestly, like if you ever doubt it, please know that I manifested getting up to 100K. I honestly did. This is what I wanted for so long. And I really, 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 really wanted it. And I manifested it. So it happens. It works. It really works. I've got other stories as well. But it's about really believing. And again, manifestation, visualization, it starts from you first. No one else. You're the one. You are the one that has to see it and feel it. If you want a relationship, you have to see it and feel it. That's what I mean. Singh, I really hope that answers your question, my friend. Pony's Pics, thank you so much. Thank you. I really love that name, Pony's Pics. Like, that's such a cool name, Mitch. Narc is married and pregnant now with new supply. Wow, she moved quick, didn't she? And that guy knew about the triangulation. Feel bad for that man. Anyways, my relationship is amazing now. 2 years and everything is wonderful. I'm so happy for you, Bob. I mean, Pony's Pics, Mitch, sorry. I'm really, really happy for you. Yeah, like that's it. This is what they do. They just kind of they move on really quick and yeah, like nothing happens. It's just like whatever. And this is what they do. But I'm really happy. Do you know what, Mitch? I'm really happy that you're in an amazing relationship now, and that everything is wonderful. I'll be honest with you, and I don't mean this in a horrible way, but don't worry. Don't feel bad for him. He has to learn his lesson the hard way too, kind of like you did, but Yeah, I know you have crazy empathy for that person, but yeah, like we can't save everybody, my friends, even though we really want to, but we can't save everybody because it's too much hard work. And also, if you're going to give out all of that energy trying to help, trying to save people, what about you? Who's going to do it for you? Who did it for you? No. And that's not being selfish, my friends. That is being, you're conserving your energy. That's about having boundaries, okay? Remember that. Oxford, I didn't see it, my dear. Sorry, I will have a look. I'll have a look. Or if you can type it again, Oxford, because it is just goes so quickly. Sorry, my dear. Joseph, thank you so much. Thank you for your donation. Sorry if this is a too serious of a question, but how do I value sex again in my life after her leaving makes it feel like it doesn't mean anything? Okay, no, that's fine. I understand your question. This is all about, do you know what? This is all about connection to self. All right. What that says to me is that if you're not valuing it, then what it is, it's, like intercourse with someone, all right, or getting intimate with someone. This is all about, the connection between you two as a couple, right? So this is about strengthening, it's about bond, it's about connection. It's a very natural part of our human experience, but in a relationship as well. It's a very important part of the relationship. But you will value it again. But this is about you feeling confident and having that self-worth within you. Okay. And what value you place on yourself and connecting with others. I will say to you, when it's the right person, when you feel comfortable with that person, it will be fine and you will reconnect to that again. I promise you, you will. It might feel very strange and weird right now because of, the experience that you have been through. It's probably really messed with your mind, but ultimately really think about, they make it everything so complicated. Like, I know they make it so complicated, but really it's not. It's just about connecting to another person that you really like. It's about showing how much, how much attraction you have to that person. So when the right person comes along, they'll break that spell and it will be fine. You will be able to reconnect to another. Hope that helps you. MH, I think that's a really good question. I think a lot of people put up with abuse out of concern regarding potential loneliness, being alone, and partly from misplaced loyalty. I think you're absolutely right. I think a lot of us struggle with the fact or are quite scared of being alone because maybe for a lot of us, maybe we've never really been alone in our life. Sorry, Oxford. Yes, I will. I will look for it, my dear. Sorry. A lot of us have been quite in long relationships. We've been with people, and so it feels quite scary to be on our own. But this is where you really connect to yourself, and it doesn't have to be lonely because we're never really alone. We're never really actually on our own. So what I want to say to you guys is, don't if this is you, someone who is in a relationship because they don't want to be alone, please consider the fact that why are you in this relationship? Is it actually helping you? Do you feel good? Do you feel valued? Because being in a dynamic like this can really damage your self-esteem, but also damage you emotionally and your confidence as well, which is very important in your life. If you're with someone who doesn't respect you, value you, and actually care for you, then what you're doing is you're damaging yourself. You're doing yourself a real disservice. Being on your own will give you the time to be able to process what has happened and what will happen. And also it will give you the opportunity for you to connect back to yourself instead of having to put somebody else's needs and wants before yours. If we have been in a toxic dynamic, then we feel like perhaps maybe we have to stay in these dynamics because out of like loyalty, out of like, because you don't know what's going to happen next. But look, You are resilient and you are brave. You have to put yourself first. And if this relationship is serving you and you feel good, then stay, enjoy. You know, I wish you the best of luck. But honestly, if it's not, what are you doing? Why are you staying in this? Why are you staying in this dynamic? It is only damaging you further. It's you, not the other person. It's you that is being damaged further. And you know, the more that you get engrossed or ingrained in this dynamic, the harder it will be for you to leave. Oxford, I am looking for your comment. Right, found it. Is it normal for the world to look so big? The world can feel quite isolating, can feel quite thank you, Yang. It can feel so overwhelming. And I feel like perhaps maybe that's where you are, the overwhelm from processing, trying to understand what has happened, what will happen, and also trying to process all that information, all of those years, you know, like, you know, you've been on this journey for quite a short period of time. Well, not short. It's been a few months now, and you've had a lot to process. That you've had a lot of years to be able to process, and this journey is going to feel challenging at times, but it's also going to feel freeing at times. Thank you so much, Mitch. Thank you for your donation. I will read your comment in just a moment. You know, it's going to feel really overwhelming, really difficult. But you see, the thing is, you are working through this. You are resilient. You know, you are someone that has put yourself first, and it's not going to feel like this all the time. It's not going to feel like you are being overwhelmed emotionally and flooded psychologically with all these memories, with all of this processing emotionally that you're going through. There'll come a point where it will just click and you'll understand and it will be okay. And then there'll be the next thing that you'll have to work through. But know that you are on the right path. And I know that a lot of us have experienced this as well. If any of you have experienced this, you know, kind of emotional and psychological flooding where it becomes too overwhelming some days to understand it, to just be. And sometimes distraction can help for the time being. I'm not saying this is like a long-term solution. I'm not saying distraction is a long-term solution to this. But what I would say to you is sometimes what might help you to kind of get that energy moving so you don't stay stuck in it is perhaps maybe listening to some music of who you were before this, before all of this had started, before this experience has happened. Maybe it might mean going back, you know, into your childhood. Maybe it's listening to favorite songs. Sometimes dancing might really help because this is all trauma responses, Oxford. This is all trauma responses. And it's okay. It's part of it, okay? The reason why you're feeling overwhelmed is because the body is kind of shutting down to protect itself. I'm talking psychologically and emotionally, so it doesn't feel, because it's too much. It's an overwhelm. So that's why everything feels frightening. That's why it feels difficult for you to be able to step out. Thank you. I've just got your message, Yang. I know that I'm going to go to Mitch's question after. Thank you. Yeah, so it might feel like it's very difficult for you to step out and be around others right now, but that's okay. It's okay. This will pass and you will move through it. I hope that helps, Oxford. Okay, so we've got Mitch's question. Thanks, Yang. Hold on, let me just get this up. Okay, so I know I've said this before to everyone on here. When you go through this, you need to work on yourself. get out and literally jog, walk, paint a picture, find a new hobby and work on yourself. Love you. Yes. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you so much. This is exactly it. This is about working on you. And thank you so much for saying this. This is really important and really encouraging for a lot of us. But you see, that's what I mean. Like, you have to concentrate on yourself. You have to do hobbies, do things that help you to feel good. Like, for example, what I do, and I don't do this often, so I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, this is so much fun. And I really wish to find the time to be able to do this a lot more often. My hair is literally itching my neck. Sorry. To do this more often. Like, I love painting. I love painting and drawing, but I just don't get the time to do it because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something. And do you know what? It was like a few Sundays ago that I actually did sit down and I painted. And I was doing these, what was it? There were line drawings, the ones where they're kind of like on trend at the moment. And I was doing these line paintings. And I really enjoyed it. I really immersed myself in that. Like, I found this so mindful, so meditative. I don't know if that's a word. Sorry, guys. I make words up on the spot, so I do apologize. So yeah, I found it really like mindful, being able to like paint. Because the thing is, I don't know if you guys know this about me. I can't do two things at once. I can only do one thing at a time. I don't know. I just get overload and I can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time. So when I do concentrate, when I'm doing something, I have to really concentrate because anything else that's going on, I get distracted and then, yeah, it's not good. So, I literally, when I'm painting, I like literally get into the zone and hours can pass and I don't know where the day has gone. And I'm like, oh, it's the afternoon, it's the evening now. Whoops. So for me, that you know what? That's what really works. So this is what I'm saying to you guys, something that would really work for you. Like, for example, it's the same thing when I go to the gym and I'm lifting weights. Like, literally time passes. I literally go into like this time warp. I don't know where the time goes. But I really enjoy it. So this is what I'm saying to you guys, like, do things that you feel happy, things that make you feel good. Okay. Because that is what is important. You need to spend, do you know what? You need to spend time with yourself. You need to put time in for yourself. I know that a lot of you got to work, you're doing all of this, and I get it. And sometimes the last thing that you want to do is, when you get back in from work, I know, because I used to do a 9 to 5. It's not a 9 to 5, it's a 7 till 7, isn't it, guys? But I know, and I'm really grateful that I can do this line of work. And I'm not saying that I don't do those hours. I do different hours than like the normal 9 to 5. But I still work. But it's about managing your time. It's about making it work for you. Remember, my friends, repetition is how you make habits stick. Sorry, my mouse is doing, right, there we go. Because if I click it, something will go wrong. So I'm just trying not to touch the technology. And guys, I just talk with my hands. I know. So I got to be careful. Thank you, Oxford. Yes, 102. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys, love you guys. I really do. So yeah, you got to do you. You got to spend time on you because you are the most important. Sometimes, yes, Groovy Movie 84, watching 1940s, 1950s and 1960s movies make me happy because before I met my ex-narc, I've been watching them over and over again and finally happy again. Yeah, do you know what? They're always so happy. That's like it takes, I don't know, it just transports you to a different time, isn't it? It's true. MH says, once you're healing, people warm to you more, which helps you heal, which, oh my gosh, yes, you're so right. I'm going to read this out. MH says, once you're healing, people warm to you more, which helps you heal, which makes people warm to you more. A great cycle. Yes, because you're attracting that energy. You know, when you're healed, you vibrate, you are on a different level, okay? And that's why you're attracting those people to you. And this is why I'm saying, do things that make you happy. It doesn't matter about everybody else. Honestly, just go and do it. You know, I need to spend more time. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't done one thing this year, and I can't believe it's like November. I haven't ridden the horse. I haven't gone horse riding, and I love it so much. Oh, it's not going to happen this year. I know that. I know it's not going to happen. But hey, it's fine. I need to just do more. Yang says, you might be working more than your regular 9 to 5, but you're doing something you love. Yes, that's so true. Yes. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, this is it. You got to do you. I'm 6 months post-discard, Lady Virgo says. After 12 years, I'm struggling to find joy. Lady Virgo. It's okay. It's fine. You will. You will find it. But, you know, also being able to organize your time, being able to make that happen also is a mindset. Okay. Do you want it enough for you? This is another thing, my friends. Okay. Because I understand that it takes time to move forward from this healing, to kind of get your mind in the right space, to kind of process what is happening. Guys, educate yourselves, learn about it, learn what has happened, what is happening, what will happening. There's 3 parts to this, but don't get obsessed with learning and learning about narcissistic abuse, because this is also not healthy. Yeah, and okay, I'm going to write the book. This is why I've got time off and I'm coming to Greece. This is why I'm going to be writing the book. Thank you, but you're right. I'll do the horse riding next year now. But yeah, it's a mindset as well, because it's about putting that time aside and it's about repetition, because that's what instills the habit. Guys, it takes 21 days, that's 3 weeks to instill a habit. That's how long it takes to create neural pathways, my friends. So really, what you have to do is the same thing for 3 weeks, minimum 3 weeks. Might take a bit longer, and you can learn something new. So don't give up. Repetition is the key, my friends. This is how you remember things, because what you're doing is you're creating new neural networks. The old ones are dying off. And this is what I always say to you guys. You spend time ruminating, overthinking about this experience. Stop. It's never going to change. It's not going to be different. And it's not going to get better. We have to accept, and I know what I'm saying is harsh. I know. It's not always easy to accept, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to change it. It is what it is. So you kind of have to accept that, okay, this has happened. Excuse me. This has happened. It has happened. And that's fine. But what can I do to move forward? What can I do that will make me feel good about me? It's time for you to put yourself first. It is not selfish. It is not horrible. This is what you need to do. Because look, if you're not going to do it for yourself, no one is going to do it for you. Mike Lars says, repetition of what? Repetition of anything that you like, your hobby. What do you like doing? Do you like going to the gym? Do you like reading a book? Do you like horse riding? Do you like painting? Do you like driving or riding? Not driving a bike. I meant riding a bike. Any sort of exercise. What is your hobby, Mike? And that's what I mean. You got to keep doing it. Repetition. Same thing as affirmations as well. Repetition of affirmations. Keep saying it. Keep embodying it. But what really helps with hobbies is that you're doing the same thing over. It's also a physical sensation, isn't it? All of your senses are working at that time. So it helps to concentrate. When you are doing more psychological work like affirmations, meditation, visualization, this requires you to be able to sit still in a position, okay, for a long amount of time. And it's about you then navigating your mind. What you're doing is you're exercising and sharpening your mind. Repetition is the key again. Think about it, right? Do you remember when you guys were at school? Because I remember when I was at school. I remember not so long ago when I was studying for my exams in psychology. And we had to remember all the blasted theories. Okay? You had to write essays for it because when you're sitting at the exam in this hall, oh my God, I'm not good at exams, guys. I really am not. It was horrible. I didn't sleep. I really didn't, because I was just so nervous. And I remember, this is another true story, my friends. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so the story was, I had to remember all of these theories. Okay, and then you had to write, obviously, you had to write the exam. You had to write the paper. And I remember, you just had to, it's just constant repetition, learning those theories. And sometimes what helps is when I try to remember something, it's like I try to remember it in pictures, in like a movie, like I don't know what it's called. There's a specific word for this type of learning. I'm more of a visual learner. I think that's the word. I'm a visual learner. So it has to be a lot of colors. I have to write it. So for me, the way that I would remember is I'd have to write and write and write, to the point that I literally strained my wrist, my right wrist, because I'm right-handed. So when I'm writing, I use my right hand, and I strained it. I remember towards the end of the exam, I literally had to do this. I was writing and I was holding my wrist. I thought like my wrist was going to fall off. So yes, repetition. I think that was the long-winded way that I was trying to explain it, is repetition. And visualization, my friends, this will work. Like you visualize what your goal is, where you want to get to. That's the thing. I guess that's what I was trying to say, my friends. I hope that made sense. I really hope that made sense. But yeah, it's about doing the same thing over and over. It's about investing that time in yourself. Oxford, thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Oxford says, my cruel mother punished me when I was a girl. I couldn't watch my favorite TV show for a week. Last night, I watched it in honor of little me. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, I'm so glad you did that. What was your favorite TV show, Oxford? What was it? I'm going to guess. Was it Bewitched? Did you like Bewitched? Like the old one, the old American one, I think from like the 60s or 70s. I remember that used to be on. I remember that. I used to really like it, and her nose used to go like that. It used to go anyway. Yeah. So anyway, can't believe I'm talking about Bewitched. Okay. Hello, Kid Ross Productions. So this is brilliant, Oxford, that you did something for you in honor of you. That is what is important, because you are recognizing something that you need or you want that wasn't fulfilled. And I think I encourage all of you to do that, actually. Yes. Oh, okay, guys. Yes. Bewitched, the old ones. Yeah. I remember Samantha. She used to go like, Samantha. And then, her daughter's name was Tabitha. I think. Was it Tabitha or was the cat Tabitha? I can't remember. Loved it. Oh, did you? Okay, I found some of the saved quotes for t-shirts. A breakup is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. I love that one. I love it. I absolutely love it. Can you, Yang, take a screenshot of it so we've got it? Please. I'm really counting on you to do this because I obviously can't. Oh, is it Groovy Movie 84? Yeah, Tabitha. I used to have a friend from uni called Tabitha as well, and it just used to remind me of Bewitched. I used to love that show. Yeah, it was so cute. I know, Sleepy. I wish my nose could do that as well. It'd be so good. Like things would just happen. Oh, yes, and Dora the mother. Yeah, she was so cool. She was so like, Samantha? Yes. Like she was so like in her own power. This is what I mean, ladies. Ladies. These women were in their power. Okay? That's what you have to recognize. They took no crap. Can I say that? I don't want to swear, guys. I obviously want to be really professional. I don't want to swear, but they didn't take no crap from any of them. But this is what I mean. And they got things done. Oxford, I don't know. It was just a guess, I guess. You know how I know these things. It's the same with your amethyst angel. How do I know these things? Elizabeth Montgomery. Yes. Yes, Twilight. I love that. So at the end of the day is night. I know, but you guys have to concentrate on you. Do you? Okay, because this is what is important. All right. And what you're doing is you're strengthening those neural pathways. Remember, our brain is a muscle. And if you are lazy, if you are continuously thinking, ruminating, overthinking about a particular person or a situation, stop wasting your time on them. Like, honestly, don't waste your time on them, because this is what is going to annoy you even more. Okay. Those of you that are thinking, what are they doing? What are they doing? Maybe I should just go and stalk them on Instagram. Let's just see what they're up to. Like you go on their stories, obviously on a fake account. Yeah, like I know. But why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're just wasting time. And every time that you do that, every time that you stalk them on socials, okay, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel after? Yeah, anxious. You've got that feeling in the pit of your stomach. Okay, it's not good. So why are you wasting your time on something that is so fruitless? Why are you not thinking about you? Why are you not concentrating on you? All right, that is what you should be thinking about. Thinking about what you can do for you, like your hobbies, things that make you feel good. Go down to the gym. Go and cook yourself a nice meal. Really use the ingredients. Go and source the ingredients. Go for a walk. Go down to the beach. Go down to the woods. Go somewhere that is around nature. Ground yourself. Okay, ground yourself on the earth. I know for a lot of us, we are experiencing cold winter. But for those of you that are like in a warmer countries, take your shoes off. Go and walk on the ground, so that you absorb some of those negative ions from the earth. We need past those negative ions, because having toxic energy around us is positively charged. All right. So I know it's a bit ironic, isn't it? So what you need to do is you need to ground yourself in those negative ions. And this really helps to also reduce anxiety. It's a proven fact. Grounding really helps to reduce anxiety. So it's really important for you to actually do grounding, because think about it, when we're in a nervous or an anxious energy, we feel really like we're rushing around. We're feeling like, we can't sit still. But the reason for that is because we feel a lot more, we feel elevated. We feel very unsettled. And in order to feel settled, we need to feel settled within our body. Okay? We need to feel settled in our body. So grounding can really help us feel this. All right? Really help us feel like embodied within our body, to feel. And that's what I'm saying. It's important for you to feel embodied, because that helps to resolve the anxiety. That helps us to become aware of our senses, Because so many of us, we do detach, we do desensitize in a way to be able to help us to detach from what's going on, to protect us. But this is where the anxiety comes from, because when we're not connected to ourselves, when we're not feeling ourselves, we're not using our senses, okay, to help guide us, because we are detached, this is not good. So grounding really helps for us to feel good within ourselves. Meditation really helps as well. Like, I really encourage you guys to actually, if those of you that can, because I know that it's not always easy, but meditation. And meditation doesn't have to be, you know, like sitting there cross-legged, you know, like literally meditate. Meditation can be being mindful, you know, being mindful, going into nature for walks. But I'm not just saying you go for a walk and then you're like, your mind is busied with other things. But I mean, be really mindful. Look at, you know, the trees. The trees are losing their leaves at the moment. Look at that. Listen to the bird songs. Listen to the ambient noises around you. Become aware. Use your senses to guide you. This is what is important. This is how you survive in the world. And for a lot of us, because we have been put through this trauma, because we have been put through this, you know, experience, we detach from our body, we detach from our senses, because they have become flooded, they have become overwhelmed. We can't process what is going on. Okay, and when the narcissist or this toxic person, you know, does this to us, we can't comprehend what is going on around us because it's too much. So that's why we desensitize. So that's the medicine, my friends. The medicine in all of this is to come home to yourselves, is actually to feel. That is the medicine. Because when you don't feel, you're not living, you're just surviving. Okay, you're not feeling, you're not living your life. So why are you here then? Why are you here? You know, life is, you know, our human experience, okay, is exactly that, to experience. But you're not experiencing, you're in survival mode because you're just trying to get from one moment to the next. So when you are trapped in this mind state where your mind is being controlled by this anxiety, by this fear, know that you have the keys to freedom. You can move forward from that. You can get out of it, but you have to make that choice. Okay? You have to make that choice. You got to choose you if you want to. If you want to choose yourself. Think about it. Do you want to sit in this state, in this life that you are in now? Thinking, overthinking, why? Why this? It's not comfortable, is it? It doesn't feel good. So what can you do? Okay, because the responsibility is yours. What can you do to change it? We all have choices. You know, and our time on this earth is actually limited. None of us are going to live forever. None of us are going to be able to experience this forever. Okay? So it's a choice. It's a choice. Your life is full of choices. And if you are choosing to stay stuck, if you are choosing to understand why this person has been like that to you, why they treated you like this, why it's happening, then that is you stuck in that prison. Even though that person is not in your life anymore, you're still trying to work it out. You're still trying to understand it. But you're not moving forward and you're not choosing yourself. Everything in life is about perspective, all right? Because, you know, there's more than one way of seeing things, you know, like, for example, I don't know how many people are on the live. I can't see figures, but every single one of us are having a different experience. If there's, I don't know how many of us are on here. Let's say there's 90. That's 90 people's different perspective of what's going on this life or how they're experiencing the life. So remember, our life is about perspective and choice. And I know that some days are harder than others, but on those good days, do something for you. Remember, repetition. You're creating new neural pathways. It's like what I always say, your brain is a muscle. If you're going to keep working at it, you're going to keep exercising it, then you're going to get somewhere. But again, equally, thank you. Equally, if you are choosing to stay stuck, then that's what you're creating more of. Stuckness. Okay, and that's the energy that you're attracting to you. Stuckness, stagnation, suffocation. And that's what's going to keep happening. Thank you, Oxford. That's what's going to keep happening. You're going to keep re-experiencing that. Because remember, everything has a energetic and a vibrational link, or this is how you attract others. Everything's on a frequency. So yeah, if you're on a low frequency vibrational state, you're anxious, you're overthinking, you can't sleep, think about how that is affecting your functioning, your daily functioning. Okay, from moment to moment, you don't feel good because you're tired. You didn't sleep because you were thinking. You woke up, you're feeling, you've got PTSD, you've got anxiety. Okay, and I know those things are not a choice, but overthinking, trying to understand why things are the way they are, why they weren't any different, that is keeping you stuck, isn't it, my friends? That's keeping you stuck. So the way that you set yourself free from this is about actually understanding that this is what it is, accepting it for what it is, and then doing things for you, choosing yourself, choosing your life. Because you are not going to get this time back, my friends. You're not going to get this day back. I mean, we're never going to see the morning of the 14th of November. I know I'm not, 2023. I may see it next year, 2024. I probably will. I'll probably still be alive then. But again, that's also not guaranteed. For all of us, that's not guaranteed. So this is about choosing you, okay? And stepping into your purpose, all right? What do you want to be remembered by? Where do you want to be this time next year? These are the things you should be thinking about. Journal them, guys. Journal them. And every day, choose to do something that is going to bring you closer to your goals, to where you want to be. Because time is ticking. And I'm not trying to hurry you guys up. I really am not. But what I'm trying to say is, don't spend time thinking and overthinking and imagining this life to be different, because it is what it is, and we create our own reality. Not that I'm saying that you've created or wanted this narcissist to be in your life. No, of course not. But how much longer are you going to keep them in your reality, thinking, overthinking, worrying, trying to make things better? That is what I mean. Those people are not in your life anymore. And you see, it hurts us that these people move on so quickly, because they do. They manage to get like new partners straight away, just like that. I wouldn't even call them partners. They're like, their supply. All right. They manage to move on and do that so quickly. And it's really hurtful for us, isn't it? It's really hurtful that they can, get a new person, get into a relationship like really quickly. And we're like here still suffering, still worrying, still thinking. You think they care? Do you think they think about you? No, they're like, whatever. Because they don't attach onto you in a healthy way, and they also aren't able to detach. Of course, they don't know how to do that. But you see, they're people that just don't care. And so we're spending time worrying and thinking about these people. They don't care. Yeah, sure, they've got issues with attachment. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying to you is choose yourselves. And I think you'll never go wrong if that is the case. You'll never, ever go wrong. And it's like what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's true, John. They found a new shiny toy. It's like what I was saying earlier. Go back in time to who you were before you met this person. Okay, really connect with that part of yourself, really connect with you. Music really helps. Perhaps maybe looking at old photographs, of you when you were that age. And it's like what Oxford was saying, watching your favorite TV shows. Oh, I remember someone else, I think Sleepy You was saying that you watched like 1940s, 1950s movies, the old movies. And this really helps to connect to you, because ultimately the medicine here is connection and embodiment, because that is what is going to help you. Okay, that is really going to help you to become unstuck and move forward from this experience that you have had. You want to move forward from this experience. You don't want to keep remembering and reliving the trauma of this. Okay? You don't want to keep doing that. So that's why it's important for you to understand this, educate yourselves, move forward from this, create new neural pathways by repetition, doing the same, doing a habit, doing the same thing over and over. This is how you create new beginnings, a new reality, and a new way forward for yourself. Sorry. Absolutely. We do have to love ourselves. Columbo. I remember my parents used to watch that all the time. We do. Absolutely. We have to ride it out, stay in peace. Paradise says, how do we stop feeling guilty acting out of character? This is a good question, Paradise. It's a really good question. Have you ever heard of something called reactive abuse? Okay. And maybe this is something that a lot of us have actually experienced. Reactive abuse. So when we go through, and it's funny because it only happens within like toxic situations or toxic people. These people, all right, do they bring out the worst in us. They do not want us to be the best version of ourselves. So what they keep doing is they keep triggering us. They keep stimulating us in a really negative way. All right. So what happens is a period of time will pass and we'll look back and we'll feel really guilty of how we have conducted ourselves, how we have behaved in certain situations. And it feels so out of character because it's not something that we would have done. It isn't something that, that is us. We act outside of our own character. And then as time goes forward, we look back and we think, oh my God, this is literally not me. And I know that a lot of us are in that situation and a lot of us do feel that. But that's only because you have been negatively stimulated. You have been triggered. Someone who keeps, making you experience or causing you to experience triggers, causing you to experience things that are really negative. And so when that happens, there is an overload. And when we are overloaded, we become overwhelmed and we don't know how to react. So we react very much in our ego state because these are very much our animalistic characteristics. And that is the way that we kind of behave. And, we look back and we think, oh, maybe that isn't how I would have normally reacted. That isn't part of me. That isn't me. Yes, it's not you, but it's because you have been emotionally abused, you have been traumatized, or you have been triggered to react to a situation or an experience, okay, in a way that isn't congruent to who you are. So whilst I'm saying, yes, it is your responsibility, your actions are your responsibility, but consider the fact that maybe, you were triggered, you were negatively impacted by what someone has said or the way that someone has made you feel. So you have reacted in a way that wasn't really you, or wasn't someone that was authentically you. At that time, you were acted or you behaved from a triggered state. I hope that helps. And those of you that also probably also have been, in this scenario too, forgive yourselves, because you didn't know, and you didn't know what was happening. And it's really difficult in those moments or in that time, to try and be you, to authentically be you, when you are consistently being shut down and being told that no, you're wrong, or you are made to feel like you are this bad person, or everything is your fault, or that you need to change in some way. Okay, that is someone putting you down, making you feel unlovable. So it's a trigger. You feel not good enough. You also feel like this person doesn't have your best interest at heart, so you feel alone. Someone who you trusted, someone who you have loved, someone that you have put all of your attention and kindness and compassion into, betrays you like this. So it's a very isolating experience. It's very intentional on you. So forgive yourselves. You didn't know, but equally learn from this. Learn what your triggers are. Learn what it is. Yes, you're absolutely right, John. It is skillful manipulation. That's exactly what it is. You were being abused, and that's what you need to remember, is just, this is something that was done to make you trip up, because they don't want you to do better than them. They don't want you to be more successful or have a good life without them. It's almost as though they want to trap you in this. And this is what these people do. They trap you. Oh, Layla, that's a really good question. How do you move past the casualties of the narcissistic relationship? Pets left behind, friends lost. This is a really sad realization, and I know this is something that a lot of us do experience. Some of us, really do go through this. The thing is, with friends, and I will talk about pets specifically because, I feel very dearly about, the pet side of it, because I also have my own pet, and I would be devastated if this was, something that happened to me. But look, with friends, they will try and take your friends away from you. They'll try and triangulate you with others. They'll try and smear you to those people so that, you are looked upon as the worst person, but the narcissist is the best, of course. Yeah, of course. You see, I think in that instant, all right, if those people were for you, they would be with you. Meaning that you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You don't have to justify yourself to anybody. If those people were your friends, then they would be your friends. They wouldn't believe the narcissist. They wouldn't not be your friends, because they would want to be with you. They'd want to be around you. They respect you. They care for you. They value you. Okay? So those friends, maybe they weren't your friends to start off with. Maybe they were just acquaintances and people that you knew at that time. So you just got to let them go, because it's going to keep re-triggering you, having to prove yourself, having to justify yourself to others. And I know that this can apply to a lot of you as well. People around you who question you, who make you feel a certain way, who trigger you maybe and say, oh, you know what? It was just a breakup. Like it wasn't real. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But remember, if those people are for you, then they will be for you. They're not going to go against you. All right. And as for the pets, this is a really heartfelt one, because actually there isn't much that you can do, because if they take that pet, then that pet's gone. It's, you know, you, unless you are able to take it with you, that's it. And I know that that is the saddest thing. And it's so heartbreaking, you know, like, because you're having to lose something that you have loved so dearly. The thing is, if you're going to open up communication with a narcissist in terms of having to organize to want to see the pet, then that's what you're doing. You're opening up, you know, avenues that the narcissist can still kind of talk to you, try to still kind of get some sort of supply and validation. You've got to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. If it's safe, then okay. But in most cases, it's not going to be safe for you to do that. So I'm sorry that you've had to kind of lose the pet in the meantime. Like, I know this is heartbreaking, because a lot of us here do have pets, and we very much love them. Yeah, we do lose a lot in the process, my friends. I know we do lose a lot in the process of these breakups, of this awful ordeal. But what you have to remember is that you have yourselves, okay? And it's you, and you have survived this. You know, you are going to get through to the other side. You are going to move forward from this. You've got to take certain steps. And I know that there is going to be things that are going to be lost, that you are never going to be able to get back. That is going to be so hurtful, okay? And it is sad, I know. It's heartbreaking. And there's a reason why you have to go through this. And it's about seeing the larger lesson, the bigger picture. You lose friends. Sure, you lose people that you thought were your friends, but they're not. You lose loved ones, maybe family members, but also, you know, our pets that we love dearly as well, which is so sad. But this is where you use this as your strength. You know, you've got to use this as your strength, because you've got you. Okay? You've got you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just reading the comments for you guys. Yeah, a lot of you are losing loved ones. You know, Lady Virgo saying beautiful home, 12 years and pets. It is heartbreaking. But remember, what is taken away from you will be returned in other ways. Okay? There is a reason why this is happening. And I'm not saying that you deserve it, but there is a bigger picture. There's a bigger lesson in this. And it's up to you guys to be able to see it and learn from what it actually is. Everybody's lesson or reason is going to be specific to that person, to you, okay? And I know it's not going to replace what is lost, but actually, remember, you have you. You have yourself. So this is about you, okay? Going forward, moving forward, all right? What has happened is the past. Okay, the past is gone. All right, yes, the memories exist in that. But you have you now. Okay, it's about creating that new reality for you. It's about creating new experiences for you. And remember, whatever you create or whatever you visualize, wherever it is that you want to be, okay, that is your future, because you create that too. So spend the time working on this, working on yourself, because this is what is important. I understand that a lot of us have lost a lot. All right, yeah, we have, and it is heartbreaking. But we need to process that, all right? We need to process that, and we need to eventually move forward, okay? I love that groovy movies. Yes, it's the cocoon to the butterfly again. And Unknown says, my feelings matter to me now. This is about embodying you, embodying the, experiencing your senses, your sensory vocabulary, okay? It's about your senses, really understanding them. That's where the work is. That is what is going to come into play here. Okay, it's rediscovering you, connecting back to yourselves. There's no, living in this traumatized state where you're completely disconnected from you, from who you are. That isn't, like I said before, that isn't living. Okay, that's just existing. Okay, so it's important for you, all right, to reconnect back to yourself. Reconnect to what is really important. To live your life. To set the goals of where you want to be. Because it's like I said, you only have one life, this one experience, this moment right now. All right? And this is about creating that for yourself. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it for you. Remember, it's like what someone here actually pointed out, that if you are in a more of a healed state, if you are living in that healed state, you vibrate differently, you behave differently, you speak differently, all right? You live your life differently. You're not in an anxious state, losing sleep, worrying, can't eat, can't sleep. That makes your existence very uncomfortable. But if you're going to take the steps, all right, it's about repetition, because I know that we take 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. But a lot of this is about repetition. It's about doing the same thing over and over again, which means you're creating those new neural pathways, those new habits, 21 days minimum. That's how it works. 21 days in order to create a new neural pathway. That's 3 weeks. All right. And you've got to continue to do this over and over again. Okay. Because that's how it sticks. That's how the mind remembers when you're doing something over and over again. Think about it. Like also when you are anxious and you have this overthinking, you're thinking the same thought over and over again, over and over again. And you see, you're creating more of it, more of that negativity, right? You're creating more of it because you're thinking negatively, and those neural pathways that you have created are negative. So you're just going to constantly keep thinking and overthinking until you become aware and then start to be able to calm yourself down. But even still, once you go down that rabbit hole, it's challenging to get back up there. Because there's so many things that are involved in the overthinking. Comes the anxiety, the paranoia. There's all of this that comes with it. And that's what I mean. Once you go down that rabbit hole, it's going to be hard to get back up. So think about it. What practices can you put in place? Are you journaling, my friends? Because this is really important for those of you that perhaps are not getting counseling or therapy, right now. Journaling is a really important way to be able to process, to have these conversations with yourself, okay? To really dive deep into your thoughts. What are you thinking? What's going on for you? Journal. I've got the journal club, guys. If any of you want to join the journal club, I've got the journal club that I talk about something completely different every single week. I think yesterday's one was all about limiting beliefs. And if you wanted to join, links in the description box. Yeah. It doesn't have to be my journal club. There's loads of other things. Get yourself a book, where you can write, like bullet journaling. Is it called bullet journaling? That's a really another good one. That really helps. Like, for example, that helps me to write down, construct my day, like how and what I need to do. But even still, I don't get everything done because I like set myself all these tasks that are unreachable. Yes, I think I can get 72 things done in a day, but obviously I can't. But journaling, yes, Louise says journaling has saved my life. Literally, no meds, no therapy, me being my own therapist. Louise, perfect. That's it. That's what I'm saying. I always encourage my clients to keep a journal in between our sessions, because that is what is also really important, is to be able to have those conversations with yourself, to be able to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is really important. Or if you don't like writing, because I know there's some of us out there that don't like writing. I do like writing, but I know there's some of us that don't. Get your phone, right? And you can record, like voice notes into your phone. Get one of them, because that's also another thing that can really help, if you don't like writing, because that also helps. Okay. And this also, again, helps to navigate your mind, right? It helps with the concentration, because when you have anxiety, when you're overthinking, PTSD, it really impacts your ability to be able to concentrate. This is why, like we have the brain fog, the cognitive dissonance. This really helps you to stay on track and to think like, okay, so this is what I need to do next. This is what I need to do next. That really helps. Coupled with the fact as well, you need to be able to, sensory experience your environment. The reason why I'm saying senses and sensory stimulation is very important, because that's how we feel in the world. That's what our body is. It's our senses. When we desensitize, because we do, when we experience emotional trauma or PTSD, we desensitize, so we disconnect from our body, all right? And that's the worst thing that we can do. But it's a protective measure, all right? It's a protective measure, because when we become emotionally and psychologically flooded with what is going on and what is happening. Oh, thank you, Angela. I'm really glad that you are. Thank you. When we become desensitized, it's a bit to protect ourselves so that we don't become overwhelmed. You see, our body is actually clever, and so is our mind. But you're in control of your mind. You choose your experiences. Okay, you choose. It's all about choice and perspective, my friends. Choice and perspective. Okay, so you choose whether you want to feel. You choose what it is that you want to experience. Okay, so this is why I'm saying navigating your life with your senses. All right, we have 6 senses, 7 senses. And it's really important for us to be able to experience them, to feel them. Okay. So getting yourself out into nature, really important. Go for a walk, my friends. Just go. Experience that. Take time out of your day. Consciously, take time out to be able to do these practices. Okay. It's like, look, you take time out of your day to, I don't know, get yourself ready for work or get yourself ready for the day. You get out of bed, you brush your hair, you brush your teeth, wash your face, maybe have a shower. So you're putting that time out of your day to be able to get yourself prepared for the day. But this is also important for your journaling, for your meditation, for your visualization. That's right, spiritual gangster. This is also as important as brushing your teeth, your hair, feeding yourself in the morning. And that's it. You are feeding yourself, okay, the positive energy, creating that positive mindset. Because it is about mindset, isn't it? Excuse me. Sorry. It is about mindset, isn't it? It's about crafting that. So it's important for you to take time out of your day to concentrate and on to be able to create that, okay? Because otherwise, you know what? You know, what is it going to be like? Like, you're going to get through your day, it's just going to be mediocre, it's just going to be like whatever. You know, it's about creating this for yourself, and you are entitled to do this. This is your choice, all right? This is how you elevate your mind. This is how you strengthen your mind, because you are using it in a productive way. Okay? It's also when you are using your brain, when you are constructing this is also, believe it or not, anti-aging, because you're using your mind, you're using your cognitive ability, okay, to be able to construct, to be able to create something. This strengthens your mind, but it's also anti-aging. Believe me. Yes, intermittent fasting. I was going to go on to that next, because I'm talking about the cognitive, but then your body as well. You know, there is that link. Okay, your mind is not separate from your body, and your body is not separate from your mind. All right, the two are connected. You know, your second brain is located in your gut. Okay, the feeling, you're thinking, but here, right there by your solar plexus, okay, that is your second brain, that's your gut. That is where you feel things. Think about it like when you become anxious, or you know, when you experience something really bad, okay, you feel it in your stomach. Yeah. So all of this, your mind and your body is connected. So it's about, this is what I'm saying, sensory, but also cognitively. Okay. So this is how you are strengthening your whole system. Also, that will help give you energy and fuel. Are you eating the right foods? Okay, this is about an alkaline-based diet. With more acidic foods brings more problems to our body. Our body can't really digest it when we have a really acidic body. There's a lot of illnesses that are involved in that. So this is about being able to balance the pH balance within our body. It needs to be a lot more alkaline. All right, so that's eating more natural based foods. Okay, and remember, everything has to be done, you know, in moderation. Okay, because if you're too much of one thing, it's not a good thing, right? So it's about doing this all in moderation. All right. Remember, if you are eating the right foods, then you are going to be fueling your body. You're going to be feeling good. This is also really important to sleep, because sleep is another massive factor that is going to really, really help you on your healing journey. All right. I know that a lot of us do struggle with this, not getting enough sleep. We should be sleeping around 7, 8, 9 hours. But I know as we get older, that time frame gets less and less and less. But it's really important, because our sleep is regenerative. All right, it restores you. Your body replenishes cells. Okay, so if you're not getting the right amount of sleep, then this is going to be detrimental to your health. Okay, all of these things really contribute to an all-round well-being, but also health. I read this book by a neuroscientist, which I've completely forgotten the name of the guy. And I think I have actually mentioned it. I think I've mentioned it on the live a while back now. But he was a neuroscientist, and he conducted, basically his life's work was all about sleep and why we sleep and what happens when we sleep. And he literally said, right, so basically the premise of the book was that actually, if you don't sleep, you're actually dying. So if you don't get enough sleep, you're actually dying. So what that meant is your body can't function correctly if it doesn't have enough sleep. Now imagine one day, I know I'm literally, you don't want to be around me if I don't have enough sleep. I literally am like that. So, you know, I can't cope with not having enough sleep. So this is why, I will nap during the day. I will have naps. But for me, even if I've slept, 7.5 hours, that's usually how much I sleep. Yes, it's probably not enough. It should be like 8 or 9 hours. But now that winter's coming along, we need to go more. Yes, Eric, thank you. I am so glad someone's paying attention. Thank you, Eric. Matthew Walker, PhD. Yes, Why We Sleep. Thank you. Amazing book, guys. This is such an amazing book. If anyone's struggling and wants to maybe know more about it, Matthew Walker, amazing guy, neuroscientist, Why We Sleep. I think that should be on a list of the 10 books you should read before you die. Honestly, brilliant book. Yes. So, think about it. Like, so one day you don't have enough sleep, and then the next day you don't have enough sleep. Third, fourth, fifth. None of you would definitely want to be around me if that was to happen to me. I don't think I could stand it, not getting enough sleep. I think I would just conk out and sleep somewhere. Yes, wherever I was. Yes. I do have this habit. No, I don't like fall asleep anywhere. No, usually the weirdest place I probably have fallen asleep is probably in my car. Yes, my friends, this is what I do. I have my naps. Yes. Anyway, whole different story. But napping is good, guys. If you can nap, brilliant. So you see, if you are anxious, you've got PTSD, you're not eating properly, think about your overall well-being, how this is affected. And the only reason why you're feeling anxious, all right, or depressed, is because of this experience. This person is not in your life anymore, but you're still thinking about them. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. Anxiety really disrupts your ability to be able to function. So does depression. But remember, this is cyclical. So it doesn't mean that you're always going to be experiencing that like all the time. So you have to think, okay, I need to be able to work through this. It's about, remember, strengthening your mind, cognitively strengthening your mind, your body. Yeah. So try to break through this. Do the journaling. Listen to your music. Like, listen to some cool songs. Yeah. Maybe even Oxford, you've got me on this one. 432,528 megahertz music. Listen to the ambience of outside, what's going on. If you live like maybe somewhere that's quite suburby, or like, like you're out into like out of the town, so you're not so central. Think about that. That's what you're doing. It's about calming your nervous system down, because when you're experiencing anxiety, you've got adrenal fatigue, all right? And your nervous system is overstimulated, all right? When your nervous system is overstimulated, think about the effects of that has on your body, your sensory body, or your senses. Yeah. And also how it impacts your mind and the way that you think. All of this is a cycle. All of this is, you're not going to be feeling good. All right. So repetition, my friends, is the way forward. Repetition. Keep going. Even remember what my dad says, my friends. If they throw you out the door, you will climb back in through the window. Meaning, do not give up. Keep going. All right? Keep going. You owe this to yourself. You don't do this for yourself, no one's going to do it for you, my friends. And that's the sad realization. I wish I could do it for you guys. I really do. You guys are all over the world, and I can't be there at the same place at the same time, in the same place at the same time. It'd be so cool if I could, but I can't. So you guys have got to do this for yourselves, all right? Because that is what is important, all right? And I'm just going to say that all of this information is written in the newsletters that Yang so kindly does write for you. So if you wanted to access this information, It is written down in the newsletter. Go over to Discord. The link is in the, I'm about to say the description box. You know, like when I'm filming and I'm like, yes, if you want to join, just check the description box. But it's not. It's also is in the description box, but it's also on the chat. Yes, it's also in the chat. Come on over to Discord because it's actually like this. You know, like the live chat. And there's always someone on there. It's quite lively, actually. And I do pop in there now and again. But Yang is literally on there all the time. He lives there, basically. He lives on Discord. So if any of you are thinking about it, just come on over. It's got a really supportive community. Yeah, it's just an amazing place to connect with like-minded individuals. So yeah, just come on over and you'll get the newsletter, which is absolutely free. You know, so yeah, Yang just put the link up on the live chat. I was about to say description box again. Anyway. Yeah, so this is how, so this is what I'm saying. This is how it impacts your life in a negative way. All right. So this is what I mean. You have to make this choice. And I know it's not easy. You know what the easiest thing is to do? Is to just sit back and overthink and be miserable. Well, I know it's not comfortable, but it's just easier just to do nothing. But what you're doing when you're doing that and sitting back, you're accepting your circumstances. And if you're not liking where this is going or where you are right now, you're just accepting. Okay? You are giving up. That's what you're doing. You're giving up and you're saying to the universe, you're saying to everything out there, like, yeah, I accept that I'm going to be anxious that the narcissist has left, and I accept that I don't like my life. I'm not happy, and F it, right? So that's what you're saying. You're agreeing to that state. You're agreeing to that life. And what you are going to be met with is more uncomfortableness, more sleepless night, maybe not being able to eat, maybe overeating, maybe feeling really sluggish, maybe not reaching or living your purpose, not being able to be you. You don't even feel like you. You feel like you're lost. The alternative is to make a commitment to yourself. Because that's what it is. You're committing to yourself. That you no longer want to live in this state. You no longer want to be here doing this. You want more. It's about repetition and commitment to yourself. That's ultimately what this is going to be. Okay? And also to help you keep on your track, there's two other things that you need to consider. The company that you keep, all right, because remember, other people's energy rubs off onto you. Your friends, are they really your friends? Are they there to support you? Who you hang around with, who you keep close contact with, all of those things are important on your healing journey, okay? Because you're trying to elevate your mind, you're trying to level up. And then you've got people around you or people that are there that are just no good for you. They pull you down, make you feel unworthy or not good enough. Maybe they're jealous of you. And that's another thing that you need to be aware of as well. Sometimes people don't like it. You know, when you heal and you get better, because you resonate with people on the same level. So if you are resonating at a higher frequency, sorry, I forgot the words. If you are resonating on a higher frequency, those people that are in misery or anxious are not going to be on the same wavelength as you. Okay? Sometimes, thank you, spiritual gangsters, sometimes it's important to let go of those people because, you know, they're not in the same place that you are. So it's important for you. If you want to go forward, you want to level up, you want to, you know, elevate. This is another thing you need to think about. And also, the other thing that you need to think about is how you speak about yourself. Your ears are always listening and they're always making, and remember what you're hearing, you are also creating neural pathways. Okay, you're also creating neural links that actually manifest that or make that happen. So think about how you speak about yourself. You know, if you're that person that's like, yes, I'm so happy, I'm so wonderful, but then you walk past the mirror and you say, oh, my bum looks a bit big. You know, that's negative, isn't it? Because your mind can't decipher whether it's reality or whether that's you saying it. It's what you're thinking. So the mind always picks up on that and responds accordingly. So these are the things that are really important for you to move forward. And the way that you know that you are moving forward is your energy changes. You feel more connected to yourself. People and things around you, okay, are more positive and start becoming attracted to you. But on this live, I really just wanted to say to you guys that whichever stage that you are at, all right, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can do this. You're not weak. You're not a victim. All right, you can move forward from this, and it's really important that you do this for yourself. This person came into your life, all right, to teach you something about you. Can you see that they have given you an opportunity for you to live a more fulfilled and a better life? All right. If you're going to constantly look at this in a negative way, all right, what they've done is awful. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to be constantly looking at this in a negative way, all right, you're not going to be able to move forward because you're focusing on the negative. Focus and attention is important, is key. So this is what you need to focus and attention on, something that you really want to bring into your reality, because you can, and it is you. You've actually really got to want it. Don't do this half-heartedly, because it's not going to work. Cannot do this half-heartedly. It will not work. You've got to make it happen. You've got to want it. The intention, the burn, you've got to feel it in your heart. All right. And you know what? Each and every one of you are worth it. And that, my friends, that is what you've got to remember. Okay. You can heal. You can do this. You can heal. You can move forward. You can do anything you want in your life. All right. We were never taught this as children at school. We were never taught this. But now you know. Make it happen. Okay, my friends, make it happen. So I'm going to end it there, because obviously I've looked at the time. I could keep going. I always say this every week. I could keep going. But obviously the time is being cut short. But look, do you know, please remember this live. All right. Please remember what was talked about here. Remember, each and every one of you are amazing and you deserve this. If you would like further support, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. I've also got the Discord server, which is a great alternative. We've got a great coach that is doing some amazing, and I'm talking amazing offers. Sessions with the coach, all right, with Yang, actually, over on Discord. Worth $70, it's now $40, okay? It's now $40. So those of you who might be struggling or may have some, like, a little bit of extra cash and want some, you know, help, check over onto Discord and check Yang out. We will be back next Tuesday with the live stream. Do check back over on, I think I'll be putting like the topic over on the community tab. Yes, there will be the community tab. I'm just trying to remember like everything that I've got to say. I've got a video out tomorrow, which I have completely forgotten the title. I don't know. But it is out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yes, join Discord. Yang's doing an amazing offer, $40. Just want you to remember that, guys. $40. It won't last forever. So if you want to buy someone a gift, this would be a great gift for Christmas. You know, someone that may be struggling or are alone, maybe need a friend or some support, or someone to talk to. This is a great offer and a great present for someone if they are. What else? Yes, the journal club, we know, and I've got some meditations over on my website, recorded in my voice. And that's it. Now I can breathe. Yes, so I will be seeing all of you next week. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I honestly am so grateful to every single one of you. Oh, King Ming, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Angela. Um, yes, join Discord. See you guys next week. And listen, do these things for you, all right? Because you deserve this. Don't be victims and sit there and just accept the circumstances. Do something about it, my friends. Do something about it, all right? If you're not happy, do it for you, all right? And maybe next week we can catch up. You guys can tell me one wonderful thing that you have done or that you have experienced during the week, okay? All right, so I really hope that you guys can kind of put it in the chat, something that you have experienced that has been amazing for you this week. Guys, I love you guys, honestly. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.